Hi there.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Tien?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay, that's lucky. Lovely to meet you, Tien. My name's David. How can I help you?
um, so um, so you familiar with the IELTS, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I came here to. Can you help me? Could you like examine me for mock test?
Right. Okay. And you're thinking about speaking, yes?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, the reason why I ask that is because one of the things that I found very, very important is that a lot of Cambly students they want help with speaking, but actually their writing is sometimes even worse than their speaking. So
Yeah.
I just thought I'd mention
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm happy to give you a practice test. Obviously, we haven't got so much time, but if you can just bear with me for a minute, I'm just going to type in the task two or the part two
Yeah.
activity,
Okay.
and
Take
then
your time.
I can get ready for when I need to show it to you.
Yeah. Just take your time.
You happen to have a pencil and
Uh,
paper at all?
yes. Everything ready.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So let's make a start with part one. So, can you tell me a little about where you live?
I currently am living in the Quy Nhơn city. A city in the central part of Vietnam. I come from Vietnam. It's a coastal city with some places where tourists can go around, and it also has many restaurants with seafood. Yeah, which is so common in coastal cities.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I'm living in a house. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so, can you tell me what is your favorite room in the house where you live and why?
Oh well. To be honest, I don't go out of my room very much. So I'd say I love my room the most. The room In my room, I work, I study, and I sleep. I do all the stuff in my room, and sometimes I go out to cook in the kitchen. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And what changes would you like to make to where you live?
I would say currently the bathrooms are not, very spacious. I think. It gets a little bit tough when I get in and out of the room. So I would, if I had a chance, I would make it a little bit larger.
Okay. Thank you. Let's move on to a topic, fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
Um, do you like fruits and vegetables? And which fruits and vegetables are most popular in your country?
Um, well, I'm not really a big fan of fruit and vegetables, but I kind of yep I eat them sometimes. And in Vietnam, I don't think they are like a national fruit, a national kind of fruit or something. But I say oranges, like dragon fruits. That they are kind of popular. You can find them like all across the country.
Right. Okay. Um, why are fruits and vegetables so good for people?
Oh well, that's a little bit tough, but some there are things that we can get from meat or fish. That I'd say fiber. Yeah, well, we get the fiber, vitamins, minerals from vegetables and fruits, and that's why they're good, I think.
Hmm. Okay. And how can we get young people to eat more fruits and vegetables?
Oh well, I think we can encourage them to have a little bit of fruit after every meal. Yeah, but I'd say, to be honest, I don't eat fruit that much.
Hmm. So, how can we encourage people to eat more fruits and vegetables?
It's like if I had a kid, after every meal, I would say to him something like, "If you have an orange after this meal, I'll let you play video games in an hour," something like that.
Okay. Okay. Would that help you?
For me, I think I'm old enough, to be lured from those kinds of. But yeah, I don't think I just sometimes I just feel like eating some, and yeah, like I said,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I think I know the answer to this question. Um, I'm assuming that you're not a vegetarian. Do you think you could ever become a vegetarian? Why or why not?
Well, um, I don't think I can be a full-time vegetarian, but it's like to be a vegan once or twice a month is okay for me.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to part two now. And I'm just going to copy the task into the chat window. I just double checking for any obvious mistakes. Okay, all right. So I'm sure that you're familiar with the routine for speaking.
Yeah.
You've got the task here to describe your ideal car, what kind of car it is, what special features you'd like it to have, where you'd like to travel in it, and to explain why it is your ideal car. So you've got 1 minute to prepare to talk on this subject with these ideas for 2 minutes. So I'll give you 1 minute to prepare.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're ready, if you could start talking on this topic, I'll stop you when the 2 minutes are up.
Okay. Oh well, I'm not having a car already, or not intending to purchase one in the near future. So I would say something. I would like to have a sport car. Yep, a kind of car which is speedy. Yep, and to be honest, I don't want many features to be in my car. I just want it to be large enough for like a family of maybe 3 or 4 people. And I just want some basic necessities in the car, like Wi-Fi radio or a music player. Yeah, and with that car, I would like to travel around the country. Because traveling in a car is much more convenient than with a bike. You don't have to worry about the weather, uh, the rain or sunlight or something like that. And one other thing could be attending a race event because, as I said, I want a sport car, so it is very fast. So that's something I could do some racing with that. And I'd like to have a fast car because to be a little different from like the common cars. A sport car is normally faster. So yeah, it could be my like temporary aspiration for a car right now, but maybe in the future I just would just
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I think you were struggling a little bit.
yeah, because yeah, I pretty much
Yeah.
had very little idea.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, let's keep talking about cars.
Yes.
Um, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of owning a car? We're not talking about your ideal car, just cars in general.
Okay. Well, so owning a car, you don't have to worry about the weather, as I was saying. And other than that, people may look at you with a different attitude, like they think you might be rich or yeah, something like that. And some disadvantages of having a car could be you got to pay regular maintenance fees. Yeah, and you also have to take care of it very carefully if you don't want it to be like a stolen or something like that.
Hmm. Okay. Um, do you think cars should be banned from city centres? Why or why not?
Well, I think they should be. Because in the city centers, as we know, there are many vehicles. So with private cars, it could be hard for people to get around in the traffic. So I think in the just in the city centers, I think the cars should be banned.
Okay, thank you. Um, as well as banning cars, is there anything else that governments can do to stop people using cars so much?
Um, well, other than banning, I think the government can increase the price of gas, or they can increase the taxes of cars so that people would not purchase.
Okay. And how do you feel that cars will change over the next 50 years?
uh, Over the next 50 years. Well, I think in the future they will be enormously faster than now, as you can see some cars from Tesla or other brands as well. And I think they would incorporate something like an AI, to the cars to make them more intelligent, or to interact better with people.
Okay. Thinking about the driving and the law, what age should people be allowed to start driving? And is there an age when you think that people should stop driving and why?
Well, so in my opinion, to start driving, I think people should be at least 18, as the law says. And to stop driving, I would assume that 60 or 70, maybe a decent period. Because I don't think people are still in good health and have a good conscience at that kind of age, you know.
Oh dear, I better start looking about getting a cycle. What about laws regarding driving speed in your country? Are there strict laws on driving speeds in your country?
Um, yes, there are. Along the way, I can see many traffic signs. You know, they just the like the speed limit or something. In somewhere you can drive freely, but in somewhere else you just like drive. Yeah, like under 50 kilometers an hour, something like that.
Okay. And are the police very strict
Uh,
with speed laws?
uh, yeah, I think if you cross the limit, you will be fined, and the fines are I think it's tough enough for people not uh, to make that kind of wrongdoing again.
Okay, thank you. Right, so let's finish. Okay, so I guess that you do quite a lot of test practice.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what sort of grades are you typically being given in your speaking?
Well, some people say that I'm a 7 or 7.5, whereas some say that I'm a 6.5.
Yes, yes. My guess is that actually you're between 6.5 and 7. That's my guess, and the reason is that you're speaking at length, um, and there are times when you're not speaking with any difficulty or any problems, um, but then occasionally you do lose some connectives and discourse markers are not always clearly flagged up. In terms of your vocabulary, you have a good vocabulary and you're using some of the less common and idiomatic terms, which is great, and you are paraphrasing occasionally, which is good to hear. Your grammar is normally pretty good. I think when you're stuck for a vocabulary, sometimes your grammar does drop a little bit, but generally speaking, it's pretty good. And your pronunciation, again, your pronunciation is generally very good. But when you're struggling a little bit for vocabulary, that's when your pronunciation comes down just a little bit. But overall, very good, very good. So, um, yeah, my guess is that you're around about or somewhere between 6.5 and 7, close to the 7, I would say, but perhaps on the 6.5 side of it. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I hope that was helpful. As I said, I'm always a little bit concerned when students want speaking, because I am worried that the writing might also need some help in the future. But I'd be happy to do some more tests with you in the future if that's what you would like.
Yeah, just thank you for spending time with me today. And when I said that 60 or 70, like it's something that people should stop driving, or and I saw that you were a little bit worried. So can I? Yeah. So you.
Don't worry, don't worry. I was joking.
All right, all right, all right. Anyway, thanks again. Are you following the European Championship?
Yes and no.
All right. Very good.
All right. Take care.